Hey, good morning, it's Owen, Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. Wanted to do another update on depreciation reports. It's May 2013. I've done a number of these over the last year or so. So here's my report from the front lines right now as of May 2013. Little recap. Depreciation reports became law in December 2011. It required all strata properties in the province of 5 units or larger to commission what's known as a depreciation report by the end of 2013. The depreciation report is a snapshot of all the common components of a stratified condominium complex. So roofs, boilers, common area, carpeting, halls, all that. Current condition and what the life expectancy and the cost to replace those components will be over the next 25 or 30 years. Now, I would say right now as I speak in May 2013, I'm going to say that the majority of stratas that I've been working with and the stratas that I'm on Strata Council with some of my investment properties, I'm going to say that at least 50% of them, from what I can see, this is a rough ballpark number, have voted to defer that depreciation report until next year and then vote on it whether they want to get it done then. Now that flies in the face of what the Condominium Homeowners Association was suggesting be done back in 2011. Back in the summer of 2011, the Homeowners Association was going on a bit of a barnstorming tour, and they were contacting a lot of the larger stratas in the lower mainland saying, we'd like to come out for half an hour and speak at your next annual general meeting or your strata council meeting. And we're going to go through, what these depreciation reports are all about, what they're going to cost, what they're going to do. And they were recommending, as I sat in on one of them, they were recommending that you get it done now as opposed to waiting. And they based that on the fact that there could be a mad rush to get them done in 2013. Costs could go up, so why wait? Get it done now. But in actuality, you could always vote. Even though it became law in 2011 and you had till the end of 2013, you didn't have to commission the report. You could vote at your AGM to defer it. And a lot of the experienced property managers I've talked to, I've called several of them, the ones that I really value their opinion on, all of them have told me that they've been recommending to their clients, to the stratas that they're managing, that you think about deferring it for a year. And the reasons they give is, there's some good reasons. Why be an early adopter of anything, especially something like a depreciation report? It's a very complicated process doing a depreciation report. It's expensive, and once it's out there, there's no turning back. Once you've done a depreciation report and you've approved it, it's out there for any potential buyer, and they have to receive a copy of that. So if it's not a good report, you can imagine what it's going to do to the prices. So a lot of these property managers told me, why be an early adopter? Let's maybe learn from some of the early adopters' mistakes and we can fine tune it. When I asked them, well, what do you think about the price going up? Is there going to be a mad rush? And they just shook their head with that. They said you can defer it, and a lot of the stratas right now are deferring it. So there's not going to be any rush. It's not mandatory to get it done by the end of this year. And when I asked, well, do you think, the prices are going to go up? And again, most of them shook their head because these depreciation reports are relatively new. Prior to this, the only ones that were really able to do this were engineering companies. Engineering companies are pretty expensive. Now there's more and more home inspectors, even property appraisal companies are now getting certified or are in the process of getting certified to get these depreciation reports done. So if there's more competition, the prices aren't going to go up. The prices are probably going to go down. Now, don't get me wrong, you're only going to be able to defer these depreciation reports for so long. I'm going to say, and this is just my personal opinion, at the end of this year, I'm going to say that less than 50%, from what I can see on the front lines, are going to have a depreciation report, maybe 40%. So the majority aren't going to do it until next year or the year after that. Now, eventually you're going to have to get it done. You're not going to be able to put this off year after year after year. Eventually it'll hit a tipping point, and I'm going to say that's going to come at the end of 2014 or spring of 2015, where the majority of all the stratas in BC have a report done and on file. Now, if you're one of those holdouts and buyers are going around looking at condos, and you're in the summer of 2015, they ask for the depreciation report, and you tell them you don't have one, you've been deferring it. If I was a buyer, red flags would probably start to go up. Why have you been deferring it this long? What are you trying to hide? So again, I've said before, I think the depreciation report, I think it's a good thing to have. I think it's good legislation. But from what I'm seeing from the front lines right now, a lot of stratas are deferring it for another year. They'll revisit it in 2014. I think there's a little bit of time there still left. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.